Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Bumper here. We're going to be doing something different today, okay? I know this has been done quite a lot in the last 24 hours already, but it's something I want to start doing on my channel, so I'm using this as a bit of practice as much as anything else. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going through the Halloween Ends teaser trailer that's come out and see if we can sort of piece together exactly where the storyline's going to go. It may contain spoilers, but they're not going to be official spoilers because we don't really know much about the plot at the moment. Okay, so the first thing before we actually get into the trailer is the description that Universal have put on their YouTube channel attached to the teaser trailer. So it tells you that the movie's set 4 years after the events of Halloween Kills. But if you look a little bit further down, the interesting bit is it tells us about a young man, Corey Cunningham, is accused of killing a boy he was babysitting, which ignites a cascade of violence and terror that will force Laurie to finally confront the evil she can't control once and for all. So, reading this, it does sound like the main storyline may revolve around this Corey Cunningham kid and this murder of a child. Yeah, I can't really speculate too much more on that because I don't really, well, no one knows how it's going to bed into the film. But yeah, so that's something. We'll have to start the trailer now, and I've got a list of sort of fan theories, and we'll see if we can debunk them or see if we think we agree with them. And yeah, alright, so we'll start the trailer now. I'm just going to move my chat head a bit so I can start it and make it bigger. Okay, so a lovely traditional Halloween scene there in the Haddonfield Street. Looks quite early in the evening. So now you get this nice pov shot of Michael walking into what we can only assume is Laurie's new house where she's living with Alison 4 years after the events. However, I'm not sure it is 4 years after the events with this video. So you get, well, with this part of the trailer, so you get Michael creeping up the stairs, and then he slowly creeps open the door, and there's a surprise waiting for him. Okay, so here he goes, and we're going to pause it. Oh, I just missed it. Let's just go it back a bit. Hang on, sorry. This is a difficulty when you're trying to record a video and pause. You've got to be real quick. So here we see she looks pretty fresh-faced, Laurie. She got her hair's all done. We'd have to assume she hasn't been in any sort of confrontation with Michael at this point, or not for a long time anyway. So she got a gun to him. What I'm picking up from this is that there's a rumour, right, okay, that Michael dies early on in this film. So what I'm getting from this is that this is possibly earlier on in that film, and they'll rough her up a bit then to make it look like a couple of years have gone by. So I am sort of going to throw it out there that maybe she does get the jump on Michael early on in the film and does actually kill him, although they thought she may have killed him. Now, one of the fan rumours going around at the moment is that there's more than one killer in this movie, or more than one Michael Myers. So what I could gather maybe is that Michael Myers meets his doom early on in this film. They think Michael's dead, and then obviously he comes back and murders this boy 4 years later, igniting it all again. And it turns out that at the beginning it was a copycat Michael, and they never really killed the real one. You know, I'm just spitballing, mind. There's nothing official to say that, but you know, that's just where I'm going with this one at the moment. So let's just watch a bit more now then. So we got him scrapping here where her hair looks a lot greyer. So we got some friends being murdered. So there, we pause it there. We just had 4 new characters here. We had the black girl, we had the boy in the sewer, we had the redhead, and I think there was another. There might have only been 3. So we'll have to assume that they're just friends of Alison, and they're just there for the, you know, for the body count. What that guy's doing down in the sewer, I'll never know. All right, then we got some more scenes, some flashback scenes. There's a bit by here where we see a young Laurie Strode. I'm not sure if this is a scene like in Halloween Kills where they go back in time and use digital de-aging, or whether it's just a montage really that forms maybe the ending of the film or the beginning of the film. So we got them fighting here, Laurie and Michael. We know. Let's just go back to that bit now a minute. Okay, so let's go back to this bit. Where was that to by here? So let's pause that. Wait there. Oh, I missed it. No, there. Whoop. Just can't quite get it. Sorry, just bear with me and we'll get it now. Oh, I missed it again. Anyway, so I'll give you one more go. If I can't get it, I can't get it. There, wicked. So we can see Michael's got 2 fingers there, or 2 fingers missing. So that tells us that this is the real Michael. So This big confrontation, which I assume is at the end, although we don't know, it could be early on in the film, we'd have to assume this is the real Michael. So the fact that they say there's copycat Michaels in this movie, it's difficult to prove if there is or not. There is one scene, I'm not going to be able to pause it on there, I doubt, because it just goes by so fast, where Michael is seen from the side. The mask looks a little bit different, and you can see it like a tuft of hair on the front, where it looks like he hasn't got a mask on at all. So there's other rumours that you see a lot of unmasked Michael in this film. I'm not sure they're going to go that way though, after Rob Zombie got panned for it, so could well be a copycat, or it could just be where the image is dark, you can't make it out. Okay, so that's about all you really get from the trailer, really. So there's not a lot to digest or chew on, but it does certainly give some hints as to what's going on. So yeah, a couple of the rumours I got wrote down then to just try and go through is the Michael wearing no mask. Okay, so we can't really prove that one at the moment. I'm not sure they're going to go that way. The young Laurie Strode that we've seen during the trailer, like I said, is it going to be a scene, like a flashback scene like in Kills, or is it just going to be a montage towards the end, just to show Jason through all the stages, like the movies, through all the stages that they go through? I'm looking up on my computer because I've got some notes wrote down. The one I'm interested in is this psychic links to the mask. So some people have spitballed that Michael gets killed in the beginning of this film and it's actually the mask rather than, you know, him himself that sort of takes over. So it could be that someone else dons the mask and becomes Michael to sort of give the impression that the evil will never die, it'll just move on to somebody else. Again, I'm not really sold on that idea, but could well be. And then we got that new main character that I talked about, Corey Cunningham, who seems to be hinted at being the main person in this film where the story revolves around. So again, that could mean that even Laurie could maybe die at the start, she's not involved, or she just comes back at the end. It's just impossible to know. I mean, Alison is all over the trailer, so you've got to imagine she's in it. I do think Michael's going to be in the movie quite a lot because he is shown on his trailer at different stages of daytime and nighttime. So that's it, really. That's my sort of 2 pennies on it. If I had a gun to my head now, I would say that the synopsis for the film would be that, you know, they think they killed Michael early in this film. Really, he's just living in the woods again, you know, getting himself sorted after the events of Halloween Kills, and then he comes back then 4 years later, and, you know, they all think it's a copycat because the real Michael's dead, but it turns out the one they killed at the start was a fake Michael. That's just my 2 pennies on it anyway. So yeah, I mean, that's about it really. So it's the first time I've ever done anything like this, so thanks for watching, and I'll catch you soon.